with Windows 10 updates are automatically downloaded from the Microsoft servers managed by the Windows Update Service. However, enterprises need the ability to control the timing of when updates are applied to their devices. Windows Update for Business provides administrators with the tools to control, manage, and deploy Windows updates and scale within their organizations. Using Windows Update for Business, you can manage and control updates within groups. Select how updates are delivered, control the settings, and also set up test devices. Let's take a look at each of these steps in turn. It can be a difficult task to manage updates for thousands of devices within a large organization. However, Windows Update for Business allows you to organize devices into groups called deployment rings. These deployment rings are used to control when devices receive updates by allowing you to phase updates. The first deployment ring or group is usually a small pilot made up from members of your central IT team. Just a handful of devices will be updated and any issues found will need to be resolved. Next, a larger group of devices will be updated and closely monitored. And finally, once you're happy with an update, it can be deployed to all devices within your organization. The next step is to choose the update type for each group. This is known as the servicing channel, which you saw in an earlier video. It's likely that most of your devices will be on the semi-annual servicing channel. This is a stable release and most books will have been fixed with the semi-annual channel. You still have the ability to delay and defer the rollout beyond the official release date by deferring the feature updates for up to 365 days. You then need to configure the update schedules and settings to manage when devices will receive their updates. This is done by managing maintenance windows. By using maintenance windows, administrators can specify when updates will occur. For example, you can set a specific time during the day when Windows 10 will be maintained through applying an update. You could pick any time, such as after office hours or in the middle of the night. However, I found in practice one of the best times is during lunchtime, as the device will be turned on and locked and the user will be away at lunch. Finally, you need to decide if you want to set up test devices to be used to analyze early releases of Windows 10 updates for the next round of updates. You can do this by assigning a couple of PCs to the Windows Insider channel. The Windows Insider channel allows you to have early access to proposed new features. These are called Windows 10 Insider Preview builds. This should provide you with plenty of time to test and assess new features so that you can quantify what, if any, impact they'll have on your organization. To do this, you need to create a deployment ring where the channel is set to the Windows Insider channel and then assign your test devices to this deployment ring. When members of your team use the Windows Insider channel, they may encounter some issues relating to the Windows 10 Insider Preview builds, such as how do they find the build number of their Windows 10 installed version, how to see the build or flight ring that they're on, and troubleshooting receiving updates. On what to do if Windows 10 stops working as expected. The solutions to these problems are shown on screen. To find more information on troubleshooting issues when running Windows 10 Insider Preview builds, visit a website using the link shown on screen. Let's now learn about the update settings that can be managed by using Windows Update for Business. You need to understand how to manage these settings in order to troubleshoot any problems that might occur with your updates. Administrators can easily manage Windows Update for Business using your existing management tools such as Microsoft Intune, Group Policy, and System Center Configuration Manager. Since we're focusing this course on cloud-based management, we'll look at how to manage Windows Update for Business settings using Microsoft Intune. To manage settings using Microsoft Intune, you can use the Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center as shown on screen and then create and assign deployment rings for your devices. You can manage many deployment ring update settings including selecting the servicing channel, whether to scan for Windows updates, allow or block driver updates, defer quality, feature updates, and manage the uninstall. For feature updates, should you ever need to roll back an update. You can also manage user experience settings for updates, such as whether the device will auto-install updates and reboot. Active hours settings to ensure that devices do not update when your end users require their devices. You can allow or block users from pausing updates. You can configure device restart options and send end user reminders. The best way to troubleshoot Windows Update for business problems is to ensure that you have small pilot groups in place that allow you to roll out updates. Every new update will be first tested on your pilot team devices to assess its impact before being rolled out to the rest of your organization. Once you've assessed and mitigated any impacts, you can then begin the planning phase. You need to plan the configuration settings that you need for each deployment ring that you'll employ. In my example, I have a semi-annual channel for finance where I'm deferring feature updates by 120 days, and a semi-annual channel for production where I'm deferring feature updates by 60 days and quality updates by 10 days. Once you have your plan in place, you can then move these settings to Microsoft Intune. You'll create deployment rings, and this allows you to roll out your plan. You can quickly identify any problems and fine-tune and amend settings as necessary. Within the Devices section, you can use the Monitor per Update Ring deployment state and view a list of existing deployment rings and their status. You can drill down for more information and view reports on specific device and user status.